Well, hello everyone, and welcome, welcome, welcome. And I'm super excited to be here with you today. Happy Thursday to everyone. Today, I have an awesome guest, and I'm absolutely delighted. This is actually the first time that I have personally met Katya. Am I saying your name right? Katya?
Yes, you are.
Awesome.
You're
So,
perfect.
just a little bit of background. So, today our topic is all about viral content marketing. And we are going to be talking specifically about how to create 30 days of viral client attracting content. And Katya is going to share some insights and lots of her wisdom. So, a little bit of background is I personally have been using her graphics, her products. Gosh, I think it's been about a year now. And so they are amazing. Why I invited her to speak with me today is because one of the things I hear all the time, day in and day out, is just how cumbersome it can be on Instagram, right? It's just a lot of work. And especially when it comes to the graphics and just creating those eye-popping, posts. So I invited Katya to join us today to talk about some strategies to help you to nail it, absolutely nail it, and pretty effortlessly, I might add. So, with that little background being said, let's go ahead. We're going to talk about how to turn strangers into super fans and clients with social media without having that yucky, pushy kind of feeling or wasting half of your life online, right? We want to do
For
this
sure.
easy, right? All
For
right, so let
sure.
me jump in. I'm so happy to have you. Like I said, this is the first time that we've actually met. I've been kind of a behind the scenes customer for client, like I don't know, maybe at least a year. So really want to welcome you. So why don't we jump in? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. So, my name is Katya, and I'm originally from Bulgaria, but I currently live in Malta, if anybody knows where that is. And I help experts. I work with a lot of experts and help them to really make their message famous, so that they can reach the people that really need their work. And it was only a few years ago that I was a complete nobody on the internet. Like I had zero followers at all, apart from just my friends on Facebook. And I very quickly discovered different ways of hacking the platform, so to speak, organically. And when I say hacking, I don't mean buying bots or buying followers, because that is just stay away from them. That's all I'm gonna say. But I mean that I just found out that I was very quickly able to study what performs on different platforms. And I was very quickly able to then um, use that into making it my own, creating my own content, and really growing audiences really, really quickly. So much so that I went from zero followers to getting 1,300 followers in 3 weeks to then launching a membership and replacing my full-time banking income in another couple weeks. So it was 3 months from I'm just here having fun on this platform to holy cow, I don't need to work anymore.
Oh my God,
And
that is amazing.
and by the way, I always say my story is very rare. I truly believe that most people, it really takes them a lot longer to replace their income. And I think I just had this knack for really quickly picking up on what is really working. And because I built an audience of 1,300 people, I was able to convert 60 of them into my membership when I launched it. And I just became obsessed with helping other people and bringing people together, creating content. And over the years, I built a pretty significant audience of over 100,000 people across all platforms, and selling over $2 million in digital products along the way, and really figured out, wow, like I can help people to grow and monetize your social media. And that's really what I've been focusing on. And my specialty has been viral content marketing, especially for Instagram and Facebook. Like those are my two favorite platforms. So that's how we got here. And, it's
What a
been
cool story.
a couple of years.
What did you do before?
I was working in Santander, which is one of the biggest banks in the world.
Okay.
Uh, I started as a personal banker. I used to sell credit cards, finance, insurance. By the way, I was horrible at it. I wasn't a good salesperson. I was not good at it. And then I moved into I became an executive assistant for the managing director. And then I just kind of got a little bit bored. I love what I did. I love the people. I wasn't one of these people that hated my job by any means, but I think it was when I got an increase of salary from £27,000 a year to £31,000 a year, when I was like my responsibility was one of a 40 to 50K kind of person. I was just kind of like, meh, I can probably do better than that myself. And that's when I quit. So, yeah, long story. That was 6 years ago.
Oh my God. So you have really accomplished a lot in a very, very short time. Amazing. Don't you? I really myself, I just love to hear those kind of success stories, right? Especially when you can be the driver of your own destiny, right? You're not dependent on an employer. I mean, that's why I get so fired up about what I do is, helping other healthcare practitioners to be able to work on their own, do their own thing, treat and help patients and clients as they want, not like how the hospital dictates, right? So, it's such a great success. I love to
Oh
hear
yeah, for
that.
sure. For sure, for
So,
sure.
all right. So you started playing with the platform. It sounds like was it Instagram back then, or was it?
At first, I was actually on. I helped on Periscope when it was brand new, and then I moved everyone from Periscope into Facebook,
Yes.
and then I moved people from Facebook into Instagram, and then Periscope died, and I just stuck with Facebook and
Go figure.
Instagram.
Oh, that's a whole other conversation,
That's a
right?
whole other conversation.
I remember
But
when I thought
yeah.
Periscope was going to be the thing, and lo and behold, it didn't turn out that way.
And it was, you know what? I would say this. If you are seeing a platform that's coming up, like sure it might die. But if you do build a following on that platform, it's very easy to move people across. So if I didn't use Periscope, I wouldn't have had a business. If I didn't jump on Clubhouse when it was brand new, I wouldn't have built 30,000 followers that I was able to move over to Instagram. So I'm a huge believer in leveraging
Okay.
anything that's currently working and trending and leveraging that to build your brand, and then have your main platform be on Facebook and Instagram and funnel everybody into there and into your list most of all. So that's always been my philosophy anyway. Oh, I think you froze. Oh, you're
Hmm.
back.
All right, guys. I don't know if this is my internet or
You're back.
hers.
You're
Let's
back. I can
see.
hear you. I can hear you. Da, da, da. Hello. I can hear you.
Oh boy.
I can hear you. Well, that was fun. I don't know if everybody else can hear me. Can anybody hear me? If you can hear me, do me a favor. Do me a favor and come DM me on Instagram at the official Katya and just tell me you can hear me, please. So that I know, just in case. Let's have a look. Yeah, let me know. Let me know. Just DM me on Instagram and say, I can hear you, please. Oh, you can hear me. Okay, great. All right, guys. Well, I guess we're going to be on our own. Well, let me ask you this while I'm here. Tell me in the chat, uh, what do you do? Tell me in the chat. What is it that you specifically help people with their health and wellness, or anything else? And if you happen to find this accidentally, oh, you're back.
I'm back.
I was just entertaining everyone.
I love it. I love it. Take it and run with it. I appreciate that so much. Guys, I got to tell you, it's been one of those days.
Yeah, it's so good.
Really like crazy, weird tech days. Right. I was telling Katya right before I clicked or right before she joined me, my lighting setup came crashing down. Literally, like crashing down. I'm like, oh my God. And
don't
then
we all know that feeling?
Yeah. So yeah, and the internet gods are not really cooperating today. So oh good. Okay. Hey Kevin, thank you. All right. So what I miss?
I was just asking them to type in the chat, what do they do? And I figured I'm not going to continue the conversation without you. So we got interrupted at, I said that you can leverage other platforms to move people onto your email list and main platform. And that's when you froze.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about, like, why do people have such a hard time with consistency on social media? Like, let's get right into the meat of this. And yeah, what do you think? What is it about, that consistency piece, and what do we do about it?
Yeah. So the thing about that I notice with a lot of experts online is, first of all, we're always so busy with serving our clients. Let's be honest. So, and also many of you watching this, you didn't get into the profession to become a marketer. That's not what you joined to be. You joined to be a practitioner. So what tends to happen is most of your time tends to be consumed by practicing. And what happens is creating content then becomes another job. And when you have another job, most people tend to really struggle when they have a blank screen and they just have no idea what to post. I find the number one reason people struggle to be consistent isn't because they don't want to be, or they're lazy, or they don't have a good enough team, or they don't have good enough or they don't have enough knowledge. It's one of two things. They either struggling with what to post, like, I don't know what to post, I have no idea what to post, or they have way too many ideas and they're like, well, which one do I post? I'm overwhelmed, and how do I know it's going to be the one that's going to work? And what if I spend 2 hours working on a post and then nothing works? Does anyone resonate with any of that? Let me know in the chat. But those are the two biggest reasons when people are, and I always say this, when you start from a blank screen, your mind doesn't know where to focus on. You're looking at a blank screen and you're just like, well, I can talk about this. Oh, but I had a client yesterday and they had this problem. I can talk about that problem. Ooh, but I'm not very inspired by that topic. So you see, it's this cycle of overthinking and being overwhelmed, and cycle of being frozen, packed with the desire to be perfect with it, packed with the desire to post and have hundreds and likes and comments immediately and seek that instant gratification too. I definitely would say that social media is a instant gratification place. That's what it is. And I think we've been trained to believe that if nobody likes our posts, that we aren't good enough. And it's like, when you really think about it, if somebody doesn't like your post, what that means is that you either don't have enough people that see your post, or the people that you have aren't the right people, or even if they're the right people, the post just wasn't clear, didn't resonate, didn't encourage them to comment, and so on and so on. So I found that through that, and this is true for me, Leslie, by the way. I don't know how you work best, but I work best when I have a template to get me started. Like, if you tell me go post a quote, I'll be like, okay, how open Canva, what do I start? Do I go through the thousands of templates that Canva has? Oh, but like, they're all different styles and 5 million people are using. It's just like, it's just too much. So I figured that by creating my own templates and creating templates that I can start from, and that includes social media post templates, graphic templates, email templates, sales page templates. Like I just launched a brand new offer, and I used one of my sales page templates to build it, and I've literally I'm day 2 of building it, and it's almost done. Like it's literally almost done. And in the past, sales pages have taken me weeks, if not months. So that's the biggest thing I want people to take away from this. Don't start from a blank screen. You want to start from a prompt or a template or something, so that your mind doesn't go in 50 different directions.
Exactly. That is such a great summary of what I think the problem is, right? We have so many ideas, we just can't, like, we can't force ourselves for some reason to just commit to one thing, get it done, and move to the next thing, right? It just becomes
Absolutely, absolutely.
overwhelming. Then you bring up the whole, I mean, it's not only what to post, like in terms of content, it's like then you got to go create the graphic and do that. And here's another really interesting problem that Cindy brings to the table. Hey, Cindy, welcome. So, and this is a really common challenge as well. I would say, I don't know if it's across all audiences, but I will say for sure with my folks, what is that balance
Yeah,
of, um, you know, too much information?
yeah.
So that's a real struggle as well. Do you have any comments on that?
I do. I'll give you two philosophies. I'll share with you first a philosophy from somebody else I heard that I really liked, and then I'll share you a philosophy of mine. So,
Okay.
one philosophy I heard about this was think of your free content as short term wins. The stuff that is the quick win, the short term gain, something that they can they can do in the next week, right? And then for your paid content, think of that as the content that helps them achieve long-term results and progress. So if you are let's say a nutritionist, right? And you help people with their weight loss journey, well, your content, your free content might help people to sleep better tonight, right?
Mhm.
Here's the tip. Here's what to eat before bed so you can sleep better tonight. Or here's something you can eat in the morning so you have more energy for the gym, whatever. That's a quick win, right? But your paid content would be then the actual how to lose, 10 pounds, like how to lose a pound a week
Right.
without having to diet, right? So one is the short term, one is the long term. So that was one philosophy. I don't know if you like that one. I like that one. I don't remember where
Nice.
I heard it, but I was like, that's a nice way of saying it. Yeah.
I like that. I
Yeah.
actually hadn't heard it stated that way before, but I like it.
Yeah. Now, my philosophy, and this is how I do it, and
Okay.
this is different for different business models. This isn't going to work for everybody, but I'll tell you my philosophy. My philosophy and my business model is that I am not an information provider. So I don't sell information. I give information freely for free.
Mhm.
However, I create and sell systems that people can plug in to get results. So think about me right now. I'm going to teach you my entire content strategy. I'm not going to hold back. I'm going to tell you everything that I tell my paid clients about the strategy. However, my paid customers will buy my pack of templates with the system for how to create the content, and the system they would plug into their business, and then they will be able to create content much easier. So think of me as like my information is free, my methodology is free, my knowledge is free, my tools, templates, resources, shortcuts, all those things that make it, it's kind of like you can do it for free. Here's everything, and you can do it yourself for free. It's going to take you way longer. If you buy my paid offer, it's going to take you much faster. So
Yes.
I sell speed, not information.
Ooh, and we know people are willing to pay
For speed.
significantly to save time. Like it's been
Yes.
shown over and over again. That is
Yeah.
definitely. And guys, just PS, you help your clients save time too, just so you know, right? Because what are they doing? they're trying to figure out the solution. They're searching their little hearts away on the internet, trying to piece things together themselves, and nothing works. So just thought I'd mention that. That is a benefit that that you guys offer as well.
100%.
So, yeah,
100%.
I love that. So all right, so here I think this is like the $1 million question. All
Go for
right.
it.
All right. The huge question. How do you make sales on social media? Right? Like I get, and I think everybody here really gets, like, okay, you want to get lots of followers, you want to get lots of engagement, right? And I always say, as you all know, get those followers onto your email list. That's really super important, right? Because you own that asset in your business. That all being said, how do we get people to buy on social media?
So I have a really cool analogy for this, and I want you just to play with me and imagine this, and
Okay.
and you see exactly how you make sales with it. So I want you to imagine that your industry is an ocean. It's vast, it's limitless, and there's a ton of fishes, a ton of different fishes in that ocean, and those fishes represent the amount of clients, the amount of opportunities, affiliates, the amount of publications they can feature, just everything that is in the industry. And of course, there is a limited number of fishes because, like every industry has its market cap, right? Every industry has its limit. And I want you to imagine that there's two ways that you can catch fishes. So there's two ways to get clients. The first way to catch fishes is you can cast a net and get a fish, right? In other words, you can go in their DMs, you can pitch, you can cold call, you can you can ask people to recommend you, you can just do all of those things, which work. I'll tell you what, it does work. If you do enough cold calls and enough cold DMs, someone will buy. Okay, but there's a second way. And the second way is, what if instead of casting a net to catch fishes, what if you could create a beautiful coral reef garden that all the fishies just want to come to? They want to swim there. Not only they always want to swim there, they want to invite all their friends there because it's just so cool. So what if you imagined that your social media presence is like a coral reef garden, and its job isn't to make people buy and to sell. Its job is to attract fishes into your coral reef garden so that they want to hang out there in the first place. Like, that's the first thing that you need to have in order to make sales on social media. And it's important that your coral reef garden is the kind of place where people hang out to buy. It's not just, oh yeah, we just hang out there to be entertained.
Right.
Do you want to be an entertainer, or do you want to be a business owner? Another thing that the coral reef garden might be, can be an information provider, like a blog. Do you want to be a free info place, or do you want to be a service provider? Which one do you want to be? So you have to create your coral reef garden or your social media platform in a way that when people visit it, they know this is a business. They have services, they sell products, they offer this, they offer that, and there's options of free things and then there's paid things, so that you're set that scene. So that's the very first thing. All right, you need to have that. And that's, by the way, that's one of my favorite analogies that I use. It's just so
And
it opens your mind to, are you the netcaster, or are you the coral reef garden, right?
absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah,
you definitely want to be the latter for sure.
exactly. So that's the first thing. Now, the second thing is, you need to actually have really good call to actions
Hmm.
that show people that you have things to sell. Because
Hmm.
so many of us would show on social media. Let's say you are, there was somebody that is in nutrition and movement. Let's say that you're educating people on mobility. Maybe they have back pain and and you're teaching them a tip. Like, let's say you record a video or a reel or a post of 3 exercises you can do to improve your back pain,
Hmm.
for example. So you do that, and then you post it, and then you say, let me know what you think. And you just leave it at that. And there's more powerful ways to make the most of your content. And I think a lot of people miss that. A lot of people
Mhm.
miss the opportunity to make the most of it. And there's a couple of call to actions I can give you right now.
Oh, yeah.
So if you want to attract people, what you want to do is you want to get more comments and more shares. So comments and shares is what grows your audience. So you want to use call to actions such as follow me, like follow me for more tips like this. Share this with someone that needs it. Comment below and let me know what's the next video I should make, or comment below and let me know which one have you done. Share this on your story if you're using Instagram, or share this on your to your friends. Share this on your feed. Comment below and let me know what is it that you're struggling with. It's those three call to actions that are going to help you grow your following. Now, if you want to then nurture that following, because you can't just go from, oh, they found you to then selling. You got to nurture them, right? You got to build a relationship. So what you want to do is you want to give call to actions such as save this post for later, so that you start
Mm.
training people that uh, you are a valuable source that they need to stay connected to, and saves signals to the algorithm that you are a trustworthy source to that person, so they show more of your content that way as well. Another one would be to say DM me, right? DM me what you think about this, and that way you can build that personal connection. And then the final ones is, so these are to build the relationship, and then the final one is to actually make the sale, and this is key. Okay, you can pick one of two. You can either say comment below if you're interested, and I'll DM you myself. That's one of my favorites. So you could say comment below the word
Mhm.
yes, or comment below the word back pain, or comment below the word whatever it is, the
Mhm.
keyword, and then you DM them. Because I'll tell you this, I don't know about any of you watching this, but I have ADHD, and a lot of people have ADHD, and we are
Yeah.
so easily distracted. By the time I've seen your post that I'm interested, I've already moved on to the next thing. If you, however, if I comment yes and you DM me, that allows me to get reminded. So people are nowadays want things to be easier for them. So I strongly recommend that you say comment below with the word yes, and I'll DM you. And then you remember how we talked about attracting Coral Reef Garden? Well, that's now not called pitching, because they've raised their hand and said, I want the information. So now they're in your Coral Reef Garden, and you're just saying, hey, do you want to come hang out with the fishes here? And they say yes, and then you let them know about it. So it's a responsive DM rather than a cold, unexpected, unsolicited DM,
Oh,
right? So
word.
that's the first one. And the second one, which is the easiest one to do, but the hardest for many,
Yeah.
is to just literally say, if you enjoyed this content, if you find it valuable, I want you to know that I have so much more in my X program. Click the link to find out more. That's it. If you enjoyed this video, if you like right now, I can say to you guys, if you're enjoying this stream that me and Leslie are doing it, I want you to know there's so much more that we can share with you. So make sure you follow me on Instagram at the official Katya, and make sure you follow Leslie Patel, right?
Right?
So you can use that call to action to do any kind of real asking people to do something. If you're enjoying this, so they're affirming in their head, yes, I am. These two ladies are super fun. Of course I am. So okay, yes, I will go and follow them. And then I'm going to check my DM later, and I'll see that a lot of you have followed, and some of you might even DM me and say hello. But that's a very non sleazy way of selling, by just saying, if you think this is helpful, wait until you try my service. Wait until you come and see me in the office. Wait until you come and see me in the office. Oh, by the way, it's a free consultation. click the link to find out more. You're not saying click the link and buy because you suck, or click the link to buy because you'll be doomed if you don't. You're not saying you must buy this now. You're just saying click the link to find out more. You're
Mm.
informing them that you have something available to buy, and you leave them to decide if they want to buy it.
I love that strategy so much. All right. So in my world, and I was actually, believe it or not, a little surprised to hear that this is actually a real thing that other people teach. It is like stalking people on Instagram and like DMing the crap out of them. Oh my God. Like people actually teach that.
Yeah, because it
Oh,
does work, because it works short term.
yeah.
Can I tell you what happens when you do that? I built an audience on Instagram originally with one account. It took
Mhm.
me 5 years to get it to 7,000 followers. And all I did was exactly what you just said. I would follow a bunch of people. I would then unfollow. I would follow. I
Oh,
would unfollow.
okay.
I would comment on 100 people's posts. I would go and like people's photos. I would go and DM people. And yes, I built 7,000 followers in 5 months, but my engagement was rubbish.
Mhm.
And because of that, the long term benefit of my account died. So I won in the short term that I had this huge spike in following, but it didn't actually help me in the long run. So what I did is I started a brand new account from scratch, the official Katya. I started this one from scratch, and
Okay.
it took me 5 months to build it to 7,000 followers. So what took me 5 years now took me 5 months. And I didn't do any of that stuff. I didn't follow anybody. In fact, if you see my account, I follow 500 people. Like, I don't follow
Okay.
that many at all. And I have 10,000. So before, my follower to follower ratio was like 7,000 followers to 6,000 following,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I didn't do any of that. I
Yeah.
don't comment on people if I don't feel like commenting. Like, I don't have I gotta comment 100 people today. I don't do that. I also don't DM people, and I also don't go and like a bunch of stuff randomly. What I focus on is I focus on creating the best, the most helpful, most shareable, most fun, most whatever content,
Yeah.
so that the fishies want to come to my coral reef garden. So I don't have to go to other people's coral reef gardens to get to steal people from there. You see, when you go and be the one that pitches and pushes, you're literally going to other people's gardens to steal.
Yep.
And I was just like, I'm not going to do that. And decided that I'm just going to focus on my coral reef garden and have people come to me.
I love that. So for our listeners today, how do you feel about that? Isn't it a relief?
Yeah, that you don't have to be pushy, that you don't have to be salesy, that you
Okay.
don't have to beg people.
I couldn't do it. Like, and
Yeah.
I was just like, oh my God, this is actually a strategy that some people teach. I just couldn't do it. It's unsustainable. But really, what I love so much is that, yeah, you can grow, but it's not gonna, you're not really growing true followers,
No.
right? Like the kind of people that are truly interested in your work and that can be, someday groomed into paying customers or clients.
Exactly.
So it's just a short-term strategy. I would just say, oh my God, yeah, Rita, it's so annoying. Anyway, yeah, it's so annoying, and she reports them all as spam. Yeah,
Oh, they're so bad. I know what she's talking
it's just
about as well.
disgusting.
Oh God, yeah.
So, it gives sales a bad name. It gives, so guys, you don't have to do that. Yay, right? Bravo. I think that's just like such a relief. All right. So how do you create content that brings you clients consistently without without the overwhelm, which is
So
really the struggle, right?
So what you want to do is you want to have a really solid content strategy that consists of 5 types of content. Okay, 5 types of content, and they're 5 C's. They all start with the letter C, and I'll walk you through it.
Okay.
So, this is the viral content system that I teach and I use, and this is the system that we give to all of our paying students. And the viral content system has 5 C's. It's and uh, let's go through them one by
Let's
one.
do it.
There's conversation, community, credibility, connection, and
Mm.
conversion. So don't worry, I'll repeat them again. But somebody, if you can write it in the chat for everybody, write conversation, community, credibility, connection, and conversion. Let's see if somebody has good
Okay.
memory and writes them all. But so that everybody gets to see them. So what you want to do is you want to create conversation content, and conversation content is simply getting people to comment. So it's asking them question, it's polls, it's quizzes, it's anything like, hey, would you rather do A or B? Would you rather do this or that? Would you rather A, B, C, or D? It's that kind of content that gets a lot of engagement because it's easy for people to engage with. So that's conversation content, and its purpose is to get you comments, and comments builds the algorithm towards growth. So that's the first one. The second one is community. And community content is all about sharing relatable quotes and memes. So think about relatable quotes and memes, which are all about bringing people together and getting a lot of them to share it because it's just so relatable and so fun. So think about inspirational saying, think about any type of meme, any joke, anything funny, anything short and snappy. So community content is really short and really sweet, okay?
Okay.
That one gets you shares grows your account. It features you into, it shows you, new customers find you, and so on. So that's the first two, conversation and community. Those grow your following. These bring people into your coral reef garden, okay? The second group of two types of content is credibility and connection, and those two nurture the fishes in your coral reef garden. They nurture your followers. So credibility content is the most common one. It's where you educate, it's where you share your work, it's where you show people tips, your methodology, your system, your case studies, behind the scenes, anything that shows people that you are legit, anything that shows people that you're a legit coral reef garden, not a copycat garden or a scam garden, if you know what I mean. So credibility content will help people to trust you. That's its purpose. Its purpose isn't comments or shares. Its purpose is
Mhm.
trust building. Okay. So the credibility post may not get as much engagement as the first two, but remember, its job isn't to grow your following. It's to build trust with those who follow you. And the next one is connection. Connection is all about building heart to heart connection to your brand. It's about people getting to know you, getting to understand your philosophies. So anytime you share your opinions, your philosophies, your story, your beliefs, anything that is philosophical. So maybe you are maybe you're a weight loss practitioner and you help people lose weight, and maybe your philosophy is no diets. Like,
Mhm.
people need to know those philosophies, that you believe in no diets, that you believe in enjoying your life, that you believe in, exercising for fun, not to kill your body. So, what are the philosophies that you can share that is going to make you different in a way that will get people to connect to you? And the purpose of connection content is connection. The purpose is for people to feel that they really care about your brand. So remember, credibility is about showing them you're legit. Connection is about for them to like you and to
Mhm.
love you and to really feel connected to you. And then the final one is conversion. And conversion content is where you literally ask for the sale. It's where you say, hey, I have something. Do you want it? Hey, I have something. Go buy it. It's literally directly telling them, I have something that is going to be really helpful for X, Y, and Z. If you'd like to have it, you can click on this link and go check it out. That is conversion content. Its purpose is to make you money. That's its sole purpose.
Mhm.
So we've got conversation and community, growing your audience. We have connection and credibility, nurturing the audience, and we have conversion, actually making you the sales. And what most people do, and this is the biggest breakthrough that I realized over the years, is most people have a favorite. Most
Mhm.
people lean towards one or two. Like I tend to lean towards connection. I'm very opinionated. I share opinions all day long. Do you have a preference? Do you find that you lean towards one more than another?
Yeah, I think most of I can speak for many of my clients. They like to educate,
So
right?
credibility,
So
right?
I would
Yeah.
say credibility, probably every day,
Yeah.
almost every day.
So here's what happens when all you do is educate. You're nurturing a ton of followers, but you're just nurturing the same amount of people, and there aren't new people coming into your world for you to nurture. So you're just talking to the same people over and over, singing the same song, and they're bored. So what you need to do is you need to create all of the 5 C's so that you have 365 days a year growth, 365 days a year nurturing, and 365 days a year sales. And here's how you do it, and here's how you create 30 days of content in 1 hour. You pick each day of the week, Monday to Friday, to be your theme day. So let's say you pick Monday to be your credibility day. And all you do on Monday is you just do credibility all day long. Go ahead and educate all day long. And then on Tuesday, you go and create community posts, quotes, and memes so that you can attract more people, and just post that all day long. Whether you post once a day or 3 times a day, it doesn't matter. Then on Wednesday, maybe do a conversation post. And on Thursday, you do a connection. And on Friday, you do a conversion. And on the weekend, you do whatever you want. You can post, you don't have to post, you can pick, right? So you take Monday to Friday and you do that over a 4 week period. So you do the next 4 weeks, the next 4 Monday. So it's Thursday now, right? So start from Monday. The next Monday, make it a conversation day. Start a conversation about something. On Tuesday, share an inspirational quote so you can build some following on these 2 days. And then on Wednesday and Thursday, you want to do a credibility day and a connection day, and then on Friday offer the sale. And you do that for 4 weeks straight. That is, you've already mapped out 30 days of content in 1 hour, like literally. And when you do that, you're growing, you're nurturing, and you're selling without even trying. It's just, this is what you've planned. And that's the biggest thing I want to encourage you. I want to encourage you to focus on creating all the 5. You can't build a social media presence that grows and makes money without doing all 5. It's impossible. You cannot nurture the same people and just sell to the same people, because the thing about people is we all have different needs at different times. So if somebody bought from you today, that doesn't mean they'll need your help in 3 months time. That doesn't mean they'll need your help in 3 years time. You need a consistent influx of new people in order to be able to have to grow your business. And that's the biggest thing. So 5 C's: conversation, community, connection, credibility, conversion. 5.
Amazing. Oh my goodness. Oh my God, that is so good. All right. So it's a beautiful, beautiful way. And guys, you can sit down and plan it. Like, you don't have to be scratching your head every day going,
Just plan your
oh
days.
yeah.
Just plan your days. Like Monday is my credibility day, so that's what I do. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to overthink it. You don't have to, am I going to post a quote today, or am I going to post something to teach? You're teaching. It's your
Yeah.
credibility day. Okay, today I'm teaching.
Yeah. And what's really cool, guys, is you can take your blog posts, maybe, the post you posted 2 weeks ago, and you can repurpose that content into your credibility day on Monday, right?
Exactly.
Like
If you've done
reuse
blog
your stuff.
posts, if you've done webinars, workshops, blogs, books. How many of you are authors? If you're an author, you can just listen, you can take that book and turn it into the 5 C's and create a ton of content from it.
Yes. I'm thinking of Dorothy. Okay, Dorothy, I know you're a writer, so that'll cover you for a long time. Awesome. All right, that's so great. So tell us a little bit more about your what you're recommending is the next step for people.
So, my recommendation is first of all to really decide, do you want to be the coral reef garden or do you want to be the netcaster? Like that's the first thing.
Okay.
Which one do you want to be? And I'm going to tell you straight that there isn't a right answer because some of you watching this probably love the hustle. Some of you are like, I love going and getting things. Some of you are just like that, and that's okay. But for those of you that are exhausted, tired, just like done with being that person,
Mhm.
or you just never even want to go there, you want to build a coral reef garden so that the clients and opportunities come to you, then what you want to do is you want to stay consistent with the 5C. And I have a really neat little package of Canva templates that can help you do that, that Leslie suggested that I share with you. She said before we started, she said, oh my God, my people just hate Instagram so much. Because to be honest, Instagram is the most visual platform, is the most snobby design platform of all. And that neat little package that her and I are going to share with you are going to save not only your design frustrations, it's going to save your the frustration of I don't know what to post. It's going to save your frustration of, well, I have too many ideas. It's also going to save the frustration of I don't have time to create it because the templates are already done for you. And it's also going to help you post the 5Cs consistently because all of my templates are labeled. So every single template that I have is labeled. This is a credibility template. This is a connection template. This is a conversion template, and so on and so on. So you can check that out. It's at the link in the description that we have on the screen right now. It's
Yep.
viralmarketingstars.com/LESLI for Leslie.
Yep.
So
Yep.
go check that out and go grab it. If you if you go check it out, you will be shocked to see how much it is. Like this is
Yeah.
a steal. Like it is literally. Should I tell them? It's literally $30. Like that's it. It's $30.
Amazing.
$29.99. Okay, you save a penny there.
Yeah.
And it's gonna give you a hundred templates.
Oh my God.
Uh,
That's insane.
yeah, it's 100 templates, and they come with a fill in the blank template, like blanks, and an example, so you can see a real
Okay.
life example of how they're used. And I have thousands, literally thousands of health and wellness practitioners who use them, like thousands.
Yeah.
So check it out. Check it out, and if you like it, there is a membership version of it too. If you if you join within the first 30 days, you get some really awesome stuff. But there's a membership level as well where we actually give not just the templates, but we also give a manual with instructions on how to customize the templates for health and wellness
Oh,
specifically.
okay.
And we also give suggestions of how to turn them into reels as well, because I saw somebody ask
Yes.
for
Yes.
reels.
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah. So in the membership, that's the membership. So what I say is try the templates first. I always say I want you to try the designs first to make sure they work for you. If you like them, upgrade to the membership straight away.
Mhm.
And the membership will give you the specific suggestions for health and wellness. It's also going to give you the suggestions for reels too. And we have a lot of exciting things happening about reels too. So if you buy them today, you'll get to hear about the real stuff as well. So
Yeah. Yeah. And guys, what I did over, gosh, it's been at least a year, is I did the membership. I think I did your sample pack first.
yes. So you tried
And
that. Yep.
I tried that and I just saw how easy it was and how beautiful and just how it just made everything so seamless. And then I was like, gosh, this really makes sense. And I just love the template. So guys, this is going to make your life so much easier. And the thing that's really cool is that they're all labeled, right? So that instead of just being the teacher every single day on Instagram, right? Like every day, all day, you're going to post a variety of different types of posts, right? Those 5 different types that we talked about.
Yeah.
And yeah, and in terms of reels, Yeah, because I'm on Katya's email list, so I've been getting some really intriguing information about how to create reels. Um, well, without actually having to dance or point, which is cool, right? Like that's a bonus. If you like to do the dancing and pointing and everything, I think that's awesome, right?
I don't
So
mind it.
we're not suggesting that you don't do that, but every now and then you might be like, oh, yeah, I just kind of don't feel like it.
I'm
So
just not in a camera mood.
for it. So Katya gives you some really cool templates on how to create reels without having to do that. So love that. So I would definitely go check it out. Any parting words of wisdom? This has been so amazing. I can't tell you how enjoyable it's been chatting with you, Katya. Just so helpful and just really helpful breaking things down into steps like that. So thank you for all sharing all your wisdom. Anything else that you'd like to, any kind of final thoughts that you want to share with everybody today?
Yeah, and yeah, it's been really fun. So thank you for having me, and thanks everybody in the chat for joining. I would say the final words that I want to part with you is two things. The one is don't forget that your social media isn't just social media, it's your core reef garden. And I really want you to start treating it that way. Like how would you treat it from now on, knowing that its job isn't to just post stuff, but its job is to attract, to
Mm-hmm.
nurture, and to sell consistently. That's the first thing that I want you to take away. The second thing, and anytime I get asked this question, I always come up with something in the moment. I never have anything prepared for this
Mm-hmm.
kind of question. So one of the lessons that I feel like I've learned over the last week
Hmm.
is we just launched a brand new product that we made 200 sales in the first 2 hours or 1 hour.
Okay.
It was 2 hours. 2 hours, 200 sales. Or 100 sales. No, it was 100 sales in 2 hours. My bad. It was 100 sales in 2 hours. And I've done plenty of times that I do 100 sales a day. That's like very common for us. But
Mm-hmm.
102 hours, I've never done. And
Amazing.
what dawned on me is that the reason people are buying faster than ever is because for the last 6 years, I have been showing up on social media and
Hmm.
delivering things that I said that I would. So for the last 6 years, I have come up on social media and said, "Hey, I'm going to create this. Do you want it?" And then they would pre-order it, and then I would deliver it, and they would be really happy. And then I'd do that over and over again. And this time was no different. Those 100 sales, they weren't 100 sales of a product that exists. The product does not exist yet. It
Oh,
was a
great.
pre-sale, 100 people. So 100 people were like, hell yeah, I want whatever it is that you're creating. I don't even care how it looks like yet. Like, sign me up. And the reason that becomes easier only when you show up on social media and you say you're going to do something and then you do it.
Mm-hmm.
So please don't underestimate what you can do. It's like, what is the Tony Robbins quote? People overestimate what they can do in 10 months, but they underestimate what they can do in 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's the quote. So don't overestimate what you can do if you do the 5 C's for a week, and don't underestimate how much your business can change if you do this for the next year or two. Like, don't underestimate it, because if I, who had no social media presence, I was 22 at the time, 23, whatever, no business experience whatsoever. You guys are watching this. You guys are serious professionals. You've been doing your craft for years. I wasn't. I was just like some young, like dreamy, gutsy person that just had the guts to say, "Hey, follow me. I don't know what I'm gonna create, but follow me for fun." And I build a following. So if I can do it, what is stopping you? So I think that's my parting words,
Woo, I
based
love
on the
that.
quote.
I love it. That was Really, really so inspirational. Wow. Yeah. And guys, it is super cool. I'm glad you mentioned that. So though that is the email that I got from you, Katya, and that
I
is
send it to, and you know
yeah,
what? I only send it to 1,500 people.
yeah. Super cool. Guys, she's pre-selling. Do you know what that means? The product's not created yet. She's
Nope.
saying, here's what I'm going to do. And I remember reading in this email, it said, I'm going to create it, but I'm not giving you a date. Like I'm not,
I said, I don't know when it's going to be
yeah,
ready. I said 4 to 8 weeks, but I'm not going to promise
yeah,
it.
yeah. And she got 100 sales in 2 flipping hours.
Yep.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So what a great success story. And it's about showing up, being consistent, producing content to grow your reef garden, right? So the fish want to hang out with you, right?
Yeah.
So amazing. Well, I got to tell you, I could talk to you all day, every day, and just go on and on. This is so incredible. But I know you've got work to do. And so let's do this again, though. I would love to have you back on sometime in the near future. So thank you again, Katya, for all of your wonderful your time and your wisdom, sharing all your amazing tips with my audience. So,
Thank
all
you,
right,
Anna.
everybody. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. And guys, I look forward to seeing you same place, same time next week. All right. Bye for now.